So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, it is the return of the videos. I know I hadn't uploaded in a few days. I just wasn't very well, but all is good right now. We got the new Community Crunch 255, which was a pretty cool one because we've found out a lot behind the scenes of what's been going on. But at the same time, we all really expected Genesis Part 2 information, and we still haven't got any. I'm pretty sure it will be a next Community Crunch. I feel like I've been saying that in every video, but the only reason why I say that is because obviously next week is like going to be nearly March, and we were told by Dolly, who works at Wildcard, that we should hear about some Genesis news in like 1 to 2 weeks. So literally 2 weeks would be the final thing, which would be next week. So let's just hope, guys, because I just really want to find out what day I'm going to be able to play Genesis. I got my new PC on the way, so content is going to be even better for you guys, and everything like that. And hopefully I'll have a haircut as well, because I know everyone's like, Don, when are you going to get a haircut? And I'm like, I'm trying to, but hopefully very, very soon all of that should be sorted. If you guys do enjoy today's video and get all the information and all the new huge changes that have been going on with ARK Survival Evolved, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get over 800 likes on today's video. Make sure to be subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and let's just get back into it. I always love when like I have a little break from YouTube or something like that when I obviously wasn't very well. I feel better, and then I start getting back into the flow of things, and I get so excited. I love doing what I do. But anyway, so Community Crunch 255, behind the live ops curtain and more. So what live ops basically is, I suppose they're going to explain it to here. So I mean, I don't really need to give you my sort of announcement on it, but it's like what they do in the background with like stopping people exploiting, DDoSing, all of that sort of stuff is what Wildcard work on. So let's just read it for anyway. So behind the live ops curtain. Hey survivors, we thought it might be a good time for a little live operations dev blog of sorts. We've been very, very busy behind the scenes, and sometimes during that hive of activity, we may forget our players that enjoy details outside of we're busy with this, more info soon. So let's give you a glimpse of the behind the live ops curtain. Now, they're obviously busy with Genesis Part 2. They've got ARK 2 on the horizon. They've got so much going on. I'm sure they might even still release us a free DLC. What else could we probably expect? More events. I don't think they'll do any more TLCs just because ARK 2's coming out. So they'll probably be focusing all of their time and effort into sorting out obviously ARK 2 and stuff. But yeah, anyway. So as you can see, this is a picture of the team, the full team there. We can see Cedric. We can see, I mean, the team's massive compared to, like, they've really, really grown. Lots of people, lots of the team has changed over the years. But yeah, there's the whole team in the background of ARK there. So anyway, live ops has been hectic of late. Let's get straight into it. So, transfer issues. We've encountered some serious problems on our network. Now, if you're someone that plays ARK all the time, you are going to want to listen to everything that we go through, because there could be some huge stuff that you see in this video that you might have wondered if things are going to be sorted out. So, that led to some players losing items, and or characters. We initially implemented a quick fix in order to address it as quickly as possible, then pivoted to working on a more long-term upgrade to make sure our system is more robust. We don't find what occurred acceptable in the slightest, but we have some of our engineers focused on working alongside our host to upgrade the system and prevent issues from occurring in the future. These specific problems were something we hadn't encountered with the system in the past, even though the symptoms may appear similar to some of our players. So anything resulting in data loss for our players is a critical importance to us, and we apologise to those affected. So, if you've had these problems with the transfer issues in the game, if you do show proof, and you have proof of your character, and you have proof of stuff, you can get it back, and Wildcard will give you that back. But if there's no proof or no nothing, there's just nothing they can do about it. But they're saying they've upgraded the system now, which means you shouldn't be having these transfer issues again. Whenever a new update goes out on ARK Survival Evolved, it just means that the game is going to have more problems because the game's getting bigger. And I mean, if you ever ask a friend to go and download ARK and they'd say 120 gigabytes, it's just the game has got so big. The first day I downloaded it, it was like 40 gigabytes back in like 2015. So the game has grown massively. I'm just interested to see what ARK 2 is going to be. Anyway, meshing. Meshing is still a focus for the team. We're constantly working on patching out methods and holes as we learn of them. We saw an uptick in meshing incidents on PlayStation recently. In general, we've made a significant strides in reducing meshing, and overall incidents are on the way down in comparison to a year ago. That said, in a sandbox game, people always find new methods. Some of our solutions to further counter meshing include the zipline patch, so players can no longer jump on a zipline through a small hole. Implemented an automated system that will detect projectiles, so when players are firing rockets, zip lines inside the mesh, they will get destroyed before they're able to make an impact. Unfortunately, this system can't hit every location, but we're happy to have made some impact in this regard. And, no way, they're actually adding this in. World borders. Soon, we will be updating world barriers on all maps, so that anything outside of the world border will be destroyed. Boom. This is live on the island on PC, and there was some edge case issues with it being oversensitive. Now that's been fixed, we'll be rolling it out to other platforms soon. What an update. I didn't even realise that was a change coming to the game. Wow. What we've been asking for world borders for years. Like, when I say years, years and years and years. And I'm so glad that's finally coming in. So I'll be making a separate video on that as I get information about the world borders moving on. Hopefully in the next community crunch or something, they'll have a little bit more information for you guys on that. But yeah, anyway, we consider our continued approach to meshing to be three, I suppose, different ideas. So better detection to prevent it in the first place, destroying what has slipped through the cracks, and identifying specific areas that can be exploited and patching them. We'll share more on the world border changes when that goes live. So obviously that's when I'll get the video out for you guys to explain more information on it. So enforcement. Some of you don't feel like your reports lead to action, so we want to share more info about the action being taken against players who cheat or otherwise break our code of conduct. We're working on some solutions for better visibility for those affected by cheaters into punishments, and actions taken against players that are constantly ruining the game via third-party software. We hope to roll these out in the near future. So pretty good stuff there. The next thing, performance and stability. Client and server performance was a focus throughout 2020. That said, over the years, we've learned to stop counting dodos before they hatch in regards to how noticeable performance improvements are. But now that we can see the combined impact of a year's changes, we can confirm that some tangible improvements when comparing to the performance at the start of 2020 to the performance today, which is pretty cool. So, servers, transfer system. We've completely moved into a new network solution. We now have more control over about what can go in and out of the system on a network level, and the system is faster, more reliable, and more cost effective, which is always good to see, though it still needs some work to get where it needs to be. DDoS protection. We've added additional hardware and software solutions to our already existent DDoS solution through Nitrado. Incoming traffic can be more finely tuned on a packet level rather than a higher, more general level than the prior. Performance in-game. My hair is so annoying. Structure, it just always tickles my head and stuff, and it's like when I'm trying to focus and record. Anyway, you guys don't care. Structure and placing demolish performance update. The most significant boost to performance in the game was when we implemented on our official network last November is the structure placing / demo update. Eliminated server calculation in relation to placing structure. So previously the server had to do some massive calculations involving checking all snap structures to the structure being replaced to verify the structural integrity. That calculation has now been eliminated as it is a replacement rather than the placement of a new structure in an area. This is the most noticeable on busy servers with large save files. Optimized server calculations for demolishing structures. Don't know why that took me so long. The demolish change was a reduction on how much is actually being calculated. It's less complex in a way that the server checks these things now, so demolishing things will be less intensive, aka cheaper on the server's performance, thereby reducing lag, stalls, or server frame drops when demolishing. We're not taking these gains as a cause to stop, keep on going. There's more room to improve, and we'll keep pushing those throughout 2021 too. Pretty nice stuff so far, guys. I can't lie to you. Community feedback / connection. In some ways, when we update the game, we're really updating something that's no longer ours. It's yours. It's a creature, a mechanic, or a DLC that millions of players have grown to love, and we want to make sure it's good for you, for you all first and foremost. This is the reason why we released an official Discord, so we can get some more feedback from our players on the direction we're headed. Thanks to, you know, obviously the functionality, and lots of players have embraced the ARK Discord as a semi-public community platform. We find observing our players' thoughts and chatter along with sometimes interacting you in a live medium useful connecting with you, sorry, in a live medium useful and enjoyable for us. That's my dishwasher if you're wondering about the noise. This, along with more traditional forums and various feedback channels, helps us to stay connected to the community. So, next, I think this is pretty much the end to the live ops, but if you've made it this far, thank you for sticking your head behind the curtain with us. Do let us know what if you find write-ups like this interesting, Studio Wildcard. So, I personally have seen a huge improvement in the game in the last sort of, you know, definitely in the last year. I mean, since the game was first released, this is a completely different game. The game has grown to being so popular. It's grown to, people say, I had another comment the other day, and I don't get it that much anymore, but it's ARK is dead. And it couldn't be further from being dead. And that's the thing that is going to be crazy, because what I wanted to say is that ARK 1 gets the most players on a new DLC every single year. They keep breaking records every single time. Every DLC, this Final Genesis Part 2 could smash like close to 200,000 players on just Steam. That's just on Steam. They're hitting records. Back in Extinction, that hit 100,000 players, and that was their biggest target. The next DLC, more. Genesis, more. It was, you know, it's incredible. And for me, in my personal opinion, ARK 2 is going to be the most played game of 2022, as long as obviously it comes out in 2022, which I hope it doesn't get delayed. And I'm saying that being so honest to you guys. Like, I genuinely believe ARK 2, as long as they do it right and they don't have too many problems, it could literally be the most played game of 2022. Way above Fortnite. I'm not saying it will hit the Fortnite records, but I just think it's going to be huge, especially if they add in a lot more game modes, such as more Battle Royale modes. And I mean, Wildcard have already seen my opinion on what I think, and I've said that I would love to see, what we know so far is the standard sandbox is going to be in the game, and the multiplayer experience. We've got Vin Diesel in it, we've got and loads of awesome actors and stuff. But we want more game modes. We want Battle Royale modes. We want Horde modes. We want things like that to be added into ARK, and it generally could be. And if this does happen, if Battle Royale and Horde modes get added into ARK, I'll be streaming every day, without a doubt, for the second one. Anyway, Evo event. Survivors on all platforms will be receiving a special evolution perk. It will be active until the 25th of February. All official servers is ×2. That's nice. So they're carrying it on after the Love Evolved finished. And then finally, as we were talking about Survival of the Fittest, actually, Community Corner, Survival of the Fittest League. This week was the first monthly tournament for the player-run Survival of the Fittest League with a prize pool. Icebox came through with the first place in duos. This early game bow fight leads to a priceless reaction from the announcers. So I think I'm going to give this a watch after the video. Obviously, I don't play other people's videos and my videos just because it's not my content to show. But obviously, I give a shout out to it all the time to other great YouTubers. I definitely am going to get involved in this Survivor of the Fittest League. Shout out to Syntac, who obviously is a great YouTuber, getting close to 1 million subscribers now. He is. But yeah, pretty much, shout out to Aaron Longstaff as well. He's a great, I mean, just look at that temple. It's just unreal. And yeah, pretty much that is the stuff. We've got the fan art here of some cool creations. As you can see, a dino that's not even in the game. Aberration creation there. See what I did there. We've got a raptor in the woods. We got, this is the one they showed on the front. It's got some new Federation tech armor there. And then we've got an otter, and a little burp there, apologies. Still coming out of the illness a little bit. In-game screenshots, cool stuff. I quite like this one. I think I've seen something like this on Twitter before. I saw this one as well, but that again is a very cool creation. And then finally, is that the dragon? I think that is the dragon, next to someone with his tech armor. And enjoy your weekend at Studio Wildcard. So in general, I really enjoyed this community crunch and reading it through to you guys, because obviously we're seeing future things about what's happening with the game and how it's improving, and it really gives me a good feeling to a successful future of the game. But the one thing I'm worried about right now is any Genesis Part 2 delays. I just want to hear some news from Wildcard, and I want them to tell me it's coming. And even if it's the end of March, even if it's, like just literally the last day of March, as long as they stick to their target, that would be brilliant. I'm slightly worried a community crunch is going to come out next Friday saying, hey survivors, long time no speak about Genesis. We just wanted to say there's going to be a slight delay, and the new, we want to make it perfect for you, and it'll be coming out April 30th or something. That's what I'm worried about. But let's hope, let's stay positive. I've got the new PC, as I said, coming very soon. So I got it specially in, I'm getting it specially built in time for Genesis. That's why I'm praying. And my new series with my friend who's starting a YouTube channel is going to be going live as well for Genesis, which you guys should love. Me and him have so much laughter and fun together, and that's why I chose him. And, he's always wanted to do a YouTube channel, and that's why I said, you know what, let's do it together, and let me help you, let me support you, and see where you can go with it. And that's what I love doing for people, and obviously, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy and you get all the news you need to know, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in my next video, which will be daily this week. So yeah, anyway, see you guys later.